Cafe Anyway. Oh, did I miss it?
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Well, you know, and the fact that you have hair and it's all messed up kind of makes that even funnier. You're kind of, what, did I miss something? Hello?
Huh?
I can't do that because I've got no hair. Wait, it's episode 926. It's Mike Matthews from Podcastro Valley, California, where we bring you Mike's Daily Podcast at Cafe Anyway. It's Mike Matthews, and there's Haley.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
And I can also tell you we've got Matthews News coming up. Splaley.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
I needed a word to rhyme there.
No, you didn't.
So I got into an interesting conversation with a guy who has followed a similar vocation in this often unfair world of communication called radio, where there's no such thing as a vacation, which is fine with me, since I seem to suffer from
Mike's Daily Podcast.
cabin pressure ear problems. There seems to be something called a vacation conundrum.
Mike's
When you have time for vacation,
Daily
you're unemployed,
Podcast.
and people feel bad for you.
Yeah!
Perfect timing. Yeah! No, really, I was telling the guy we work with about how I worked in radio 22 years.
Yeah.
Got let go. Was one of the very first times I got let go in radio. And this is from a program director position that took all my time.
Right.
I was so busy with it, and I was still married, and I couldn't get a hold of my wife. She forgot her cell phone, and she went to go work out.
Nice.
So I waited for her at home. She came home, and she goes, "What are you doing home?" And I go, "We're going to Germany." Because that was the big trip. We've been wanting to go on the big trip to Germany. Instead of we're going to Disneyland, we're going to Germany land. And that was my way of telling her. And we went to Germany, and when I was in Germany, my German relatives are like, "Oh, we feel bad that you've lost your job. We hope you find a new job soon." And I'm like, freaking shut up about that right now. I'm on vacation. You don't know how long I've been working non-stop, because it's radio and you can't take any time off. Thoughts?
It's true. It's true. Radio is a full-time position, whether you're full-time or not.
It's true.
As you probably found out, especially in this job.
Yeah, it's quite busy.
It is quite busy, yeah.
There's lots to do.
Except when there isn't, and then there's nothing to do, but you still have to be here anyway.
And then there's nothing to do. You stand around. I was trying to do like a Liverpool Beatles.
That was really close.
And we could talk like the Beatles.
Like the Beatles.
I liked all our talk yesterday about music, about everything from Alanis Morissette to Fine Young Cannibals. I found that fascinating. And I want to hear more. First off, I know you got an interesting story about on your way to Cafe Anyway today, something weird happened. But also, tell me more about this Bible class you took where, even though it was taught by religious people, it was like saying, "Oh, Genesis is wrong." And I'll take my
It was saying the majority of Genesis was right. It was supposed to be a Bible class that taught the truth of the Bible. And that did include putting it into historical context. So, it was like, yes, all these things in the Bible, blah, 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 Genesis and whatnot, this part all happened. Like, all these crazy miracles and stuff, this part all happened. We can definitively say that starting from Adam and Eve onward is the truth because of reasons, but they compared the first chapter to all these other different religions of the time, older origin stories and older creation stories than the
Bible.
The Bible.
So the Bible's origin story was lifted from other older origin stories.
Yes. Formed as a response because there was no definitive origin story within the, I suppose, Jewish faith. It wasn't really called Judaism at that time. Yeah.
Interesting. And now you're knowledgeable about that subject a little bit.
I suppose so. I failed that class. I just didn't go to the final.
Oh,
Yeah.
that could be a problem.
I was on my way to Washington, D.C.
Oh,
I was supposed to make
Because you
special
became-
arrangements, and I didn't.
you were going to DC because you're becoming the president?
I was trying.
Okay. Who was that hot girl I was talking... Oh! I was talking to someone at another radio station I work at, and she was telling me how she couldn't get to her final because of Bay Area traffic.
Nice.
That must be frustrating.
Well, that's why you leave early.
Right.
Like, you leave really early.
Yeah, she seemed maybe the kind that would be tardy a lot.
Like, don't like think that you'll be able to get there on time.
Yeah.
Unless you plan to be early, you know.
Bay Area traffic is crazy. And then getting anywhere is weird because you see strange creatures, right?
I did see a strange... Okay. Preface, early in the morning. We say that a lot, but...
Good morning, Mr. Matthews.
I don't drive. I take my scooter. And my path is from my house through this little path that goes through these like condo apartments to another street, and then I take those streets in the darkness, little side streets till I meet the main street, and I can wait for the bus. So it's a little bit creepy all together in the mornings.
At 4 in the morning.
At 4 in the morning, you know, as once I get out to like the main side streets, which is a weird sentence. It's actually kind of pretty because I can look up and Orion is right in front of me as long as there's no clouds. It's kind of beautiful.
And it's you're on like a Razor, right?
Yeah,
Scooter?
a Razor scooter.
Yeah.
The ones with the big wheels, the Malibu Cruisers as they call them. They're very fancy.
And how fast can you go on one of those?
Like zoom, but not.
Okay.
Yeah, you get the gist.
And you're going through areas where you kind of have to but you're like in the dark.
I'm in the dark. I can still see pretty well. There are lights and stuff, not a lot. The path through the apartments, condos/apartments, is weird because it's one side of the street is a park that leads all the way to a creek, and then right across that street, the street that I live on, it goes into the apartments, and that land is mandated by the apartments. So instead of having the really nice park path that the city puts up, it's badly laid down asphalt. And so it's as I'm going along. It's faster than going the other way, so I take it anyway. But it gives me foot massages. Anyway, so it's really dark. I'm coming along the path. I'm nearing the end of the path of the apartments, and the latter half is a lot less well lit than the beginning half because that's where all the doors are. So the porch lights are
porch
shining.
lights are illuminating your way.
And this is where there's the road going into the depths of the apartment is in this area, and I see this almost like a squirrel. But there was something very off about it. Because a squirrel is like part squirrel tail.
Yeah, it's got the fluffy tail.
Yeah, and it's like the fluffy tail is almost as big as it. But it's very clear when it's a squirrel because the fluffy part is bouncing behind it.
Yeah.
While the squirrel part is skittering along.
Yes, there's a dance.
It was very apparent that this creature was operating kind of back and forth between the tail and the squirrel part.
So was it a possum?
No, it wasn't a possum. I know what possums look like. It definitely wasn't a possum.
So it's some weird...
I suppose so. Because you know how a worm will like use all parts of its body to kind of go along?
Yeah.
It was like that, except it was sectioned off between the two separate parts. It was very creepy.
Was it an armadillo?
It wasn't an armadillo.
So, listener, because I'm sure there's just one person listening at this moment. Listener, please tell us what you think Haley saw. Please comment on the Twitter or the Facebook, or you can email mikesdailypodcast@gmail.com.
It was a mystery. Cue X-Files music.
X-Files music will go right there.
All right. Also, when I get to my bus stop, for as long as I can remember, mysteriously written on the curb right there is the words Japanese nudity in all capital letters. Letters. With,
Ladles?
With no context.
Japanese nudity.
Japanese nudity.
I guess that'd be okay, depending on what's nude. Japanese.
The Japanese.
But I mean, what sort of Japanese? Old, young?
The Japanese.
Male, female?
They're nude. Nudity.
Nondescript gender, whatever.
Gender neutral, yeah.
Gender neutral. Could be whatever, Japanese.
As long as there's nudity, I suppose.
Is Hello Kitty Japanese or Chinese?
Japanese.
Japanese,
Yeah.
interesting.
Hello Kitty's a little girl.
What? Mm-hmm. I thought it was a little kitty.
Mm-mm.
That's strange. Why is it a little...
She's got a sister.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Now, why? What?
I don't know.
And then, what's a Pokemon? Is that Japanese or Chinese?
Japanese.
Japanese.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm learning things.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, look, who just walked in. Hello, my Matthews. Hello. Haley, what's going on? I guess you saw like strange creatures and stuff. I don't like nature. I don't like things. They're like walking around and they're weird. I don't like it. Stuff.
Yeah. Those are called people. I don't like them either.
I like Hello Kitty though.
Me too.
Look who else just walked in. Oh my! This is Floyd the Floorman. Haley just jumped out of his seat when you did that, Floyd. I'm sorry.
My ears.
This is my normal talking voice.
I know.
And look who else is here. My voice is more soothing. I am John Deere, the engineer. This is as loud as I can get.
John Deere, the engineer. What do you engineer?
I engineer all kinds of...
Do you engineer trains?
I have engineered...
Do you engineer planes?
I have engineered...
Do you engineer cranes? Do you engineer Ukraine?
I have engineered a Ukraine robot named Phil. And he came to my last party, which I invited you to, Haley, but you did not come to. Why?
I was the robot.
What? Cue strange dramatic music here. Wow, that's interesting. I've learned some great things from all the Cafe Anyway characters, which, by the way, you can get a special MP3 for thee if you become an Inglorious Mike's Daily Podcaster from all of them.
You know, it's really funny that that John Deere mentioned a robot named Phil. Because I was reading about a robot named Phil. Were you also reading about a robot named Phil?
No, that's weird.
Mm-hmm.
That's like Kismet.
Sure.
What? You don't know old 50s terminology?
I guess not.
That's what my grandma used to say. That must be Kismet. Anyway, go ahead.
Okay.
Or Kismet.
I guess there was this interview back in 2008. Like, I just saw a news story about it the other day, but then I had tried to look it up, and I guess it happened back in 2008. But there's been a lot of worry lately about artificial intelligence is getting smarter and more knowledgeable, more intelligent. And it's like, oh no, it's going to take over the world. And I heard someone point out the other day the fact that if robots are going to take over the world, they're going to get the idea from all the TV shows and movies about that we've written and done about robots taking over the world.
Art is going to cause the end of the world.
Yep. But this robot named Phil, named Philip K. Dick, after the author of Blade Runner.
Oh!
And actually made to look like him, which is a little bit creepy. Because they did a really good job. I saw a picture of him. Lifelike robot, able to have conversations, AI system within it. And this interviewer was asking him about, you know, are robots going to take over the world? I mean, what's the verdict on that? And the robot laughs, and he's like, don't worry. If I go all Terminator, I'll make sure I'll keep you in my little warm and cuddly people zoo. No worries.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, but still, that's creepy.
Oh my gosh. But do you think humans would like that? To be all, like, kept? because we get all stressed out and everything. And
It's true. I think we'd get more stressed out, like a great white shark in an aquarium.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. They're swimming and they're like, I'm a shark. Wait a minute, what's going on? There's a wall here. There's some kid with glasses looking at me through the other side of the glass. I don't get this.
They can keep a lot of sharks in aquariums. They can keep leopard sharks. They can keep 7 gills. They can keep
7 gills?
7 gill sharks.
Oh,
Beautiful creatures. We have them in the Bay Area here.
did you ever?
Somewhere
Wait, at the one in Monterey?
No, I meant they're actually in the bay.
Oh.
But they're at the aquarium by the bay. The one on Pier whatever.
Oh yeah, Pier 39.
I think so.
Okay.
But yeah, they cannot keep great white sharks in captivity.
Interesting.
It just does not work.
Haley, you know so much about music and fish and well, shark's not a fish. It's a wait, is it a
It's
fish?
a fish.
Wait, what's not a fish? A seal's not a fish. It's a mammal.
Seal's not a fish. Dolphin's not a fish. Whale's not a fish.
What are dolphins and whales then?
Mammals.
They're mammals.
Mammals.
Okay. Weird.
Yeah.
What a strange, glorious planet we live on.
Cue X-Files music.
Don't tell me what to do. This is all the post-production crap I have to do now. Awesome. My goodness, don't talk to Haley like that. Haley is wonderful. Haley, did you bring me a Hello Kitty purse?
I should have. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's all right. Like, remember next time. Okay. And here's your croissant. I heated it up for you.
Thank you.
Cue dramatic music. Damn it, I did it to myself.
Cue Hello Kitty's music.
No. There's going to be no Hello Kitty music on Podomatic. Podo, whatever the hell this is.
Cue Green Day's Good Riddance.
It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life.
Say your cue one more time, and I'm gonna put a Q in your face, or maybe a U, or an R-S-T, whatever. Choose a letter.
R-S-T-L-N-E.
Mike, I just wanted to say that I enjoy the letter Q, and I'm Floyd the Floorman.
Cue Wheel of Fortune music.
Okay, that's a Pat Sajak. Pat Sajak is a little weird, isn't he?
A little bit.
I think that's if you host a game show that long, you're gonna be a little strange.
That's why I said last episode to remember to spay and neuter your game show hosts.
And that brings it all back around to the Amazon link. If you want to help us out, click on that Amazon link and buy stuff, and that helps us out so we don't need to rely on game show hosts.
Please.
And then also there's links to where to find us on YouTube, SoundCloud, Stitcher, Podomatic, Mixcloud, Ameristream Live, Player FM.
Did you know, it always weirds me out
Tumblr.
that they always make board games based off of game shows.
Yeah.
Yeah. But a lot of people like them. And do you know what you should do if you like them?
What?
You should go to mikesdailypodcast.com, click the Amazon link, and go buy them on Amazon.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? That's awesome. That's a great idea. Actually, I've got a couple of those horrible DVD game shows that they used to have where you'd put the DVD in. And
yeah.
I've got a couple of those, like for that Howie Mandel one, the How to Be a Millionaire, and other stuff. And I'm like, I'm never going to use these.
I had the movie one.
Should I give them to you?
No, I don't think I'm either.
Okay. I'll use them as a doorstop. You had the movie one?
Yeah, the Seen It. That was what it was called.
Oh, Seen It.
Seen It.
Now that might be more fun.
It was okay. Like, I didn't know that much about all the movies and stuff.
I think I'm done. Oh, yeah, if you want to comment on anything you've heard. I don't think we got any comments from the last show.
I don't think so.
You can go to the Twitter, which is at Mike Talks, the Facebook.com/Mike's Daily Podcast.
If you're listening on YouTube, all you have to do is scroll down. You might have to log in.
Yeah, I think you have to have a Gmail account or Google.
Well, you gotta have a YouTube, like a Google or a YouTube account, which
to actually comment.
Yeah, you don't need to set up a Gmail account. It's really easy, very useful because you can make playlists on YouTube and save all your videos you liked.
Oh, that just sparked something in my brain. I know you like to watch video games being played by
Gaming videos, yeah.
Gaming videos. And so now I'm on my third roommate now living in my house with me. Mm-hmm. And he's in his 20s. All three guys were in their 20s. Mm-hmm. All three guys watched those videos, and I know what they are now because I've watched yours, and they watch ones that have like the two guys talking.
Yeah.
What is that called? There's like huge popular one. The one you showed me, the funny one.
Oh, the Game Grumps.
The Game Grumps, yeah.
Yeah.
And
they are very popular.
He was watching that, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is huge with the millennials, who all millennials can see into the future, speak to each other by brainwaves, and can speak to the stars. They are watching these shows and not watching TV. So why is Jimmy Fallon even on the air anymore?
We are drawn to more of the slice of life, just dudes talking comedy. Like we're doing right now.
So wait, but I'm now repelling the millennials by saying things that don't like jive with them, like the word jive.
Yeah.
Or jibe. Is it jive or jive?
Jive talking.
See, you know all of these songs. How do you know like stuff that was like out 20 years before you were born? It's crazy.
I exist within the folds of time. Musically speaking.
Don't tell me to cue something right there. Were you gonna have me cue Doctor Who?
No.
There, that was my little Doctor Who.
Beautiful. Cue Back to the Future.
Gonna be back in time. And it don't take money, don't take fame, don't need a credit card to ride this train. It's strong and it's sudden, cruel sometimes, but it might just save your life. That's the power of love. That's the power of love. Oh, let's do what we were doing before we started recording.
Wait.
One is the loneliest number that you'll ever do.
Two could be as bad as one. It's the loneliest number since the number one. No.
And there you go. Was that, wait, Guess Who or Three Dog Night?
Three Dog Night.
Three Dog Night.
Mm-hmm.
I get those two mixed up.
What was the Guess Who song? Like, they covered Three Dog, or Three Dog covered them at one point. With like one song, I think. And I don't remember which one it was.
If you know that answer, please
leave a comment.
Comment and email and stuff. Mm-hmm. And we read your comments on the section of emails from email and your comment, not so comments. All right, now we have a feature today because we are doing sort of a tech science show today, and this is called Matthew's News.
Matthew's News.
That was a little bit of Snap, I Got the Power. Remember that wonderful 90s ditty? But what? No?
Yeah.
And it, by the way, it's used in such a funny way on Portlandia with
I got the power. I don't think it's called I Got the Power.
What's it?
Because that's got the power.
It's getting kind of hectic. But anyway, whatever it's called, Snap I know is the band.
Oh, I'm thinking of another one, and then never mind.
Yeah, so Fred Armisen, Carrie Brownstein, and Portlandia, they do this dance-off to that song, and it's supposed to take place in the early 90s when that song came out, and it's so funny. Fred Armisen is dressed as a woman, kind of. Anyway, after years, speaking of power, after years of turmoil, U.S. hydropower production is poised to grow by more than 5% next year, according to new data in Time magazine. Ooh. But globally, the renewable energy resource is getting some unexpected competition. Dancing. Club Watt in Rotterdam uses floor vibrations generated by people walking and dancing to power its light system. I've got the power.
Ah.
Body heat. Mm-hmm. Another way to power. The Mall of America in Minneapolis, yes, right here in America, has long relied on human visitors to help warm its corridors. And now London and Paris are piping heat from crowded subway stations into nearby homes. I hope they're filtering that air.
Well, I don't think it actually reaches, like the air actually reaches the homes. It'll probably just go through pipes. I'd hope.
Brilliant. Scientists in Sweden have harnessed a protein. Wait, that's Swedish, not Wait, Swedish. Yeah, right. Swiss is different. Swiss is Austrian. Sweden, I gotta look at a freaking map.
That was Dutch, I think.
Scientists in Sweden have harnessed a protein from the glow-in-the-dark Aquaria Victoria jellyfish to create miniature fuel cells for electronics.
Aquaria Victoria sounds like one of your characters.
That was Dora the Explorer.
Aquaria Victoria.
And now...
Hey, look, you just walked in. It's Aquaria Victoria. Boom. 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 Thanks, Aquaria Victoria.
Cue the... there's all these sound effects I'm going to miss. I'm probably not going to remember to put that door in there. Or maybe I did. And then finally, scientists at the University of California at Irvine. Have you been to Irvine?
I haven't, but it's close.
It's like an 8-hour drive from where we are. But
yeah.
They have developed a method for deriving hydrogen from processed sewage, which has been used to power fuel cells for cars. That's brilliant.
The Onion, that satirical news site, quite a few years back, they ran an article, and the headline just said, world scientists remind populace that clean energy's ready to go whenever they're ready. And that still rings true this many years later.
I just found those fascinating. I'm gonna keep this.
Yeah, I love hearing about alternate energy sources. They're talking about solar roadways, just making the entire road solar panels, which is totally feasible. They can make your windows solar panels and still let light in.
Seen some of those here in the Bay Area.
There are so many things that we could do. In order to power the entire world solarly, they just need to put, I think it's a 10 by 10 kilometer solar panel in the Sahara Desert. Done. Entire world powered.
Wow.
Entire world powered.
Wow. We just need to get our stuff together.
Yeah.
As we are putting it into fuel cells. Because it's our... I meant the word in place of stuff. When human feces.
Okay.
And because they're using it for fuel cells for cars. We just need to get it together to make this humongous solar panel.
Well, if we can do a bunch of smaller things that are cooler, that's fine as well. I'm just saying, that's all the energy we really need is something that big in the Sahara Desert. So we can have a bunch of little things everywhere. And as long as we actually do them, we don't have to use coal or whatever.
Okay, and now a song has to do with an airplane.
Oh, big old jet airliner, don't carry me too far away. Oh, big old jet airliner, 'cause it's here and I got to stay.
Big old jet airliner,
Yeah.
don't carry me too far.
Steve Miller there. Dutch carrier KLM and Delft University of Technology recently unveiled concepts for the Advanced Hybrid Engine Aircraft Development, or AHEAD for short, a sleek aircraft designed to streamline the flying experience. Here's how it works.
That's that thing that they were testing in Area 51, probably.
That's true. Unlike hybrid cars, which rely on gas and electricity, the AHEAD uses two combustion systems. One burns cryogenic hydrogen or liquefied natural gas. The other burns kerosene or biofuel, and that mix greatly cuts carbon emissions.
Do you know what biofuel is?
Isn't it like basically corn? Isn't it? No.
No, that's ethanol. If it's true biofuel in the way that it should be,
French fries?
It can be refuse oil.
So oil from French fries?
It could be.
I used to love. You know, it used to be more popular biofuel because I don't know why I went in all of a sudden a southern accent, but I remember I could smell French fries on the road all the time behind these diesel trucks.
Yeah, it was a big thing for a while, and then like corporations hired hitmen or something. I don't know. Well, yeah,
exposed right here on Cafe Anyway at the podcast, Mike's Daily Podcast. What the hell's the name of the show?
QTMZ music.
No. No. Hey, let's show a bunch of people standing around drinking lattes from Starbucks and talking about, yeah, so we saw freaking Paris Hilton.
So I was out at the grocery store and I saw Scarlett Johansson, and she was in sweats. Breaking news, she wears normal pants.
Hey, we were a bunch of New Yorkers that moved to Los Angeles so we could be on this paparazzi show.
Scalding comment at your mama. Ha ha ha.
Who are they always talking about on that show? The Kardashians probably, huh?
The Kardashians, for sure. They talk about anyone on that show.
The blended wing... Oh, but you know what's really depressing is like when they talk about someone that I knew or grew up with, they're like... Some young person's always going, hey, you remember that old guy from that Magnum PI show? Remember that old... He's really old. Remember him? He's friggin' old. He should just die right now. He's like using food stamps. Okay. Number 2, the blended wing body design minimizes drag.
Nice. Yeah, this is still about the ahead, right?
Yeah.
I really hope that it becomes commercially available just so they can have a marketing campaign that's just get ahead.
Right. And that was the cleanest version of that joke.
Get ahead in your life.
Requires less fuel to stay in flight because of that streamlinement. And the placement of the engine also helps to reduce the plane's overall noise levels by directing the sound upward rather than toward the ground. Because we don't care about the aliens flying above us, how loud it is. We want to keep it quiet below us.
The aliens are going to visit us. Just look at our planet. And the first, like we're going to be like, welcome to our planet. Thank you for gracing us with your presence. Please, we come in peace. We want to contact you in peace. And the aliens are just going to be like, we came 7 million light years to tell your planet to shut up. It's constantly screaming.
And they plan to have the plane resembling a plane resemble. Oh, they're going to have this apparently by 2050. 2050. It could carry about 300 passengers more than 8,700 miles without needing to refuel, which is the distance from Sydney to Wichita.
It's not bad.
All right, so now that